And through this time and space and allowing, there's a large aspect of unknowing. And in this unknowing, you have been thriving and creating and developing. And it's now there's a start right now. There's a start at this moment. There's a start, a fresh start, a new start, a beginning that is happening right now of really unraveling this allowing and no longer resisting anything that is being pushed in, on, and around you. So with this allowing, I almost see like a blanket where you're treating everything in your life in a blanket way. Everything is equal, everything is the same, but that's not true anymore. There's certain instances, there's certain times, there's certain places, there's certain moments that the energy is heightened, and you need to see that there is a difference between the energies. You're so in tune with the energies, and yet they're all being blanketed, and we don't want to blanket over all of the energies anymore. And I almost feel like this is coming from a great-grandmother. This is a great-grandmother talk of this aspect that stop treating everything the same. Not everybody is the same. Not all energies are the same. There's a very real need to wake up right this second and realize how different and unique each situation is, and to know that you're on and you're off, and to honor when you're on and when you're off. Because there's something really happening where you're seeing this blanket of always being on, and that's not true. And it's actually depleting that energy when you are on, of always feeling, oh, I'm always the same, I'm always Diana, I'm always this. But there's more going on. There's more dimension, there's more complexity, there's more nuances happening, and spirit can't come through because there's this constant blanketing effect of it's always the same. And this is really the message. It's not always the same. Really allowing for those energies to flow fully and really heavily, and then honoring when they're not, and honoring when those readings need to be happening, because there's a flow that is happening. And I think you're kind of seeing when you're on and when you're off, and yet you're not honoring. You're just saying, nope, I'm always on, I can always do this. And spirit is saying that's not true. There's like this grandmotherly love of like, honey, take care of yourself. This isn't, you can't just see it all as neutral, because it's not. There's this peak and this valley, and really seeing that even within the days, the weeks, the seasons, more of that is going to come through, especially as you begin to really create and calibrate and step out of this comfort zone, as you're going to be doing, and giving a monetary value to what you're offering needs to happen in these peaks, not in these valleys.
I'm starting to do that with my schedule.
Okay.
And it's my grandma.
Okay. Yeah.
She's been coming through for about a year now, so yeah.
Yeah, and I think she's been trying to tell you this. Like, it was one of those things where she was like, oh gosh, finally it'll come through somebody and she'll listen to me, because she's not listening when I tell her.
You want me to say it again? I hate it when you're right.
It wasn't me that time.
My grandma, it's totally my grandma.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I hear you.
It was very feminine wisdom of stop being in your masculine. Really, that's my interpretation of it. Stop being in the masculine, because it's not serving you.
I feel that,
Hey,
and I know that.
Sorry, Diana.
Yeah, Kim.
Oh, it's okay.
I just want to tell you, here is the intuitive hit I got off of this for you, is that you're giving all your time and like your energy to other people, or like you have this need to take care of everybody. Does that resonate with you?
Yes.
And that you need to like, sometimes you just have to say no. Like, you're not responsible for everyone else. And you have to say yes to yourself sometimes and no to other people.
Yeah.
I love you, Kim.
No problem.
Yeah. Awesome. And that's it. I think it was really into that blanket aspect, that blanket, almost like a smothering. Like, instead of heightening your gifts, it was a smothering that's happening. And that's, that's not going to be helpful in the long run.
I know it's going to get so much better. I'm just learning how to go around the curves and
And feel that. Start waking up and feeling that. And I'd almost love for you to start journaling what times of the day you actually have the most spiritual insight, what times of the day you're actually at a low, because I feel like it's literally a daily thing.
I've been working 7 days a week, so
Yeah.
I'm starting to take weekends off, or most weekends off, and a couple days during the week.
Yeah. So it could be a day thing. It could be that, you only need to work at this time to this time. But really honoring that, because there's this aspect that the energy is actually not, people that are getting a reading on the off times want to support you. Does that make sense? No, sorry. No, Kim, I asked you to chime in. So,
No, what'd she say?
oh, she's all sorry. No. Oh,
Thank you.
Yeah, no, that was perfect. So,
Yeah.
hello on Facebook world. If you'd like to hop into the Zoom that is happening live, I'm hoping you can kind of hear what's going on. If you want to hop into the Zoom that is live, you can actually get a personal message if that's something that you'd like. The Zoom link is in the Magical Mothering Facebook group, or it's on the Stephanie Matthews Facebook page, not my personal page, but the Stephanie Matthews Facebook page. All right. Thank you, Diana. Thank you for being willing and allowing to receive that. So awesome. Thank you.
No, thank you.
All right. So there is an iPhone that's coming through, and I can't quite see. Hello, who are you?
Leandra.
Hi, Leanne. Oh, there you are. All the faces are so tiny. Hello, Leandra.
Yeah, hello.
Yay. I get to see Leandra later on today, I believe.
I know, I'm so excited.
You're still coming. I'm going to be doing a Halloween thing at a winery. It'll be really fun tonight. So that'll be exciting. So
I'm excited. I'll be David Bowie tonight. So
oh my God.
So be looking for the David Bowie.
Love it. I love it. Channeling it. So is there a message that you would like to receive about something specific, or would you just like a general message?
Maybe just, I don't know. Like, this is kind of a new journey for me. I'm kind of just starting out.
Yeah.
I was thinking a lot about like this being like a new year and a new starting over. And I've been doing the sacral chakra lately. So I think for the new year, I just wanted to, like, I told you I was feeling like guilty about the pleasure aspect of all of it. And I want to spend this year finding things that pleasure me and not feeling guilty about it, and being able to, feel pleasure in that.
Yes.
And I've never put money into a pleasure aspect before, but we've been talking about that a lot in there. And I would love to do something that fulfills me and brings me pleasure and is self-sustaining, so I can stop bartending and serving drunk people drinks all night long.
Yes. Ooh, oh my gosh, I just got like a whoosh. So so interesting. So this is just coming through. There's this aspect of when people are drunk or drinking, they're actually more open to spirit. So a lot of times in our culture especially, and this is why it's so strong in the Native American culture and in a lot of indigenous cultures, without rituals and specifically transitional rituals and seasonal aspects and connection with spirit on a regular basis, people are using alcohol to actually connect with spirit now, and it's not serving them. So I almost want to utilize the fact that you're around people that are very susceptible to spirit or very open to their own abilities and gifts to actually start creating space to serve them as an intuitive healer. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now let's see. Pleasure. Oh, sweet child. There is something so amazing about being in pleasure. And I think a lot of what has happened is there's been a programming, especially with you, around feeling guilt about anything that has to do with you as an individual. It's always about the whole. It's always about the group. It's always about others. It's always about serving. It's always about creating space for everybody else in your life. And there you are, not even on the list of things to do or people to serve. And so something that is coming through is this aspect of manipulating things with your hands. So really getting into like an art or a craft work. There's this aspect of really needing to almost weave. And I don't know if it's like a physical weaving or like but there's this aspect of weaving. So either clothing, yarn, crochet, there's this aspect of really needing to weave and almost wearing the things that you're then making. And you're right on, because Kim is saying a protective aspect and almost weaving and starting to weave this aspect of energetic connection. So as you're going through and you're either making little aspects or connecting and binding different materials, these are actually going to bring you pleasure, but also bring you this way of holding space for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this other aspect of pleasure does not necessarily mean like joy,
Mm-hmm.
but finding pleasure in the mundane aspects. So, and by that being hyper present. So when you're washing a cup, or when you're pouring ice, or when you're going through aspects, listening to the utmost present moment. So listening to the tink of the glass and like almost hearing fairies, like almost connecting that everything that you're doing when you're pouring spirits into that ice, that literally the spirits of that plant, the spirits of that. So literally embody the fact that you are doing and working with these elemental beings on a daily practice and really allowing for their messages, their guidance, their protection, their knowing to come through in a very real way. And this is going to transition from this job that you're in currently to actually working a lot more with these elemental beings. So if you have the possibility to make a little fairy garden for the winter and put some bits of fur and things in there and to connect with the fairies in your home, and allowing for those magical creatures that are really around you all the time to really start having a place in and around your home. Don't necessarily invite fairies into your home. It's always a bad idea, but keep them outside and give them a place outside and connect with them so that you can actually physically go to those little fairy mounds or fairy houses. And there's very much an elemental being. The elements just keep coming through. So fire, water, wind, earth, really like allowing that if you're working a lot with the spirits and you're working a lot with the air, especially with alcohol and such, that you're really grounded, that you have a lot of earth, that you have stones, that you have things holding you down to the earth so you're not getting wiped away. All right. All right. So how did that resonate, Leandra?
That was good.
Okay. Yeah. There was a few different aspects, and I think it was because there was so much that had to come through. Because this is all so new. It was like, hold on, wait, there's another. Yeah. Good. Was there anything in particular about the crafting or the creating that really you found you could implement sooner than later?
Yeah, well, in my heart I've been wanting to do that. Okay. I've been wanting to get back into doing like the sewing and stuff that I used to do. So
okay,
it's already been on my heart.
All right, so it was sewing, because I was like, it's not necessarily crochet. What is this binding of materials? And so it's sewing. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Yay. Awesome. Yeah, and I feel like the sewing is really when you wear those articles of clothing, you're almost going to be creating this binding or protective aspect of yourself.
Okay.
Awesome. And Kim, Make her a protective mist hydrosol for the bar just to keep annoying and sloppy drunk energies from bothering her. Yeah. And Leandra is going through the program. So make sure to that pillar of light when it comes up, make sure to be doing that pillar of light before going to work so that you really have an energy that's going out from you and people can't bombard inside of your own energy.
And I've been wearing the selenite
Okay.
at work.
Yes.
I've heard you mention that before to someone else in the service industry. So
Yes, absolutely. That's huge. That's huge. Yes. So Kim, thank you for that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Leandra.
thank
And if
you.
something else pops up, just, let me know.
Okay.
All right. Sandy. Hello, hello.
Hello.
All right. So would you like a specific message or would you like a general message? What resonates with you?
General.
All right. All right. So the Aerosmith lyrics, "Oh sweet child of mine," just came through. So there's this aspect of music, of really creating space for music, of having fun, of kind of letting go a little bit more, of really allowing for yourself to just like rock out and to jam out and to like get into maybe this teenage more space. So I feel like this teenager is really wanting to come through and kind of, it's coming out in this rebellious or argumentative aspect of you, but it's really needing more fun. It's needing to like just let go. It's needing to be a little wild and crazy right now and to not follow all the rules. There's this aspect of almost like there's a little bit of aggression happening too. There's like a little bit of like this fire that's happening and you're like and it's coming out in really odd ways right now, but in all reality it really needs to like be pumped into like just putting on music and like dancing really like and getting that aggression out in a really like energetic or not stagnant motion anymore. So there's this really fun thing happening where it's coming through as if it once did as a teenager, but the great mother is like, oh man, just like rock out, like put on something that you used to jam out to as a teenager and just like get it all out, because there's something happening where there's so much energy being built up and it's like you're trying to just hold it all together and be very neutral and that's not happening. Like it really needs to just like it needs to come out. So getting really fired up and utilizing that energy in a way that is releasing.
Okay.
All right. Does that resonate?
It does.
Okay.
It does.
All right. Good. Yeah, and I don't know. You might just need to like go on a Facebook Live in our little private magical mothering method and like rock out. And that way we can join you in a rockin' out session and we can all dance together. So yeah.
I don't know about all that, but but I hear what you're saying.
Okay. All right. So find some good ways to move that energy through, and not in an adult way, not in a sensible way, not in something that feels safe. It needs to be really rebellious and kind of crazy and silly.
Well, if you ask Teaspoon, I'm already rebellious.
I know it's coming out in ways. So that's why you need to do it in a very you need to do it in a very intentional way rather than being rebellious against them.
Yeah. Sometimes he looks at me and he goes, I can't believe you. You're so childish sometimes.
It's that teenager. That teenager's really like revving up right now.
But it's good for him because he's always so straight and narrow adult.
Yes.
So I'm trying to teach him how to let go and be a kid at the same time.
Yes. Yeah. So you might need to pull him along and do something rebellious with him.
I can handle that.
All right. Good, good, good. All right. Perfect. Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. All right. All right. Oh, Linda's on here. And and it's GNR. Okay, wow. Sweet Child of Mine is Dustin's song. Okay, so you popped on and that might have just been Linda right when it happened. So happy All Hallows Eve. Hello, Anna Bear. Hello, Linda. James, if you're still there, hello. Cindy, Taylor, hello, hello. All sorts of people in the Facebook. If you want to hop onto the Zoom, you're welcome to. All right. So let's see. Not sure if you're wanting to hop onto the Zoom, Linda, but you can. Oh, I see you, Anna. All right, getting you in here. All right. Hello, Anna Bear. I think you're connecting to audio right now. And Kim was heading into the hills, so that she was going to be lost, but she's hopping off. Happy New Year, everybody, she says. All right. Hello, Anna Bear.
Hello.
Hello. Do you have a message that you would like to receive? Do you have something specific or just a general message?
Can I ask the question or I just think about it? How do you want me to do it?
You can ask. That's fine.
So I've been getting a lot of nudges from my higher self in the universe to start practicing with like therapy or something, and I'm not really sure how to start. And monetary value keeps coming up, and I'm really kind of like fearful of it. So I just want to see what messages come through with that.
All right. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Money, 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 money. Money is not what you think it is. Money is not. Money can be a sacred tool. It can be a evil tool. Money can be all of this in between. Money is simply a resonance. You already are receiving money, but you're only allowing for money to come into your life to fulfill your basic needs: food, shelter, water, the capacity to even stay alive in this society as we know it. I need you to step into this space that money is not just a resource to fulfill your basic needs. Money is this aspect of allowing us to thrive. When you look at the trees, when you look at the wind, when you look at the water, when you look at sand, there is not one. It does not fulfill a basic need. There is an excess of it, an absolute excess of it. And as you begin to realize that nature is going to be the therapy that you offer, when you're in nature, when you're diving into nature, when you're surrounded by nature, when you allow nature in, when you stop resisting and pushing against nature that keeps literally almost like pounding at your door, it sounds like. It's like, nature, get out, get out, get out, get out. There's a hike, there's a rock, there's a, like nature just keeps like pulling you, and is literally like pounding. I just see like pounding at your door. When you open up to that door, when you open up to that nature, when you open up to those energies, there's no longer going to be this confounding of money. There's not going to be a separation. As soon as you open that up and you begin to really step into these nature therapies, I'm almost wanting, it's like, I see that there is tools that are needed. I'll send you some resources for like the practical details of what courses and stuff that you can get really accessibly. But there's almost this aspect of like needing to take your natural body, your nature body, your being as it is, and to reconnect with the natural elements. Again, that elements. And I was like, why am I wearing elements today? Earth, wind, fire, water. Like literally the elemental beings are really trying to connect with you, and you allow in earth sometimes, and then you allow in water other times, and you allow in fire on certain occasions, you allow in air, but not all of them. They're really trying to really help you all the time, but you're like, no, I can only do fire at this, I can only do air at this, and you're like trying to segregate it. So that's why money is so segregated. I will only allow money in for my specific needs. I will only allow money in when I need it. And that's really the reprogramming that's needing to happen is needing to allow all the resources in, all the elements in, allow for all of nature to really like, woo, the wind is like, yes, really allow all of this to come in more regularly so that you're not segregating. There's a big segregation that's happening.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Thank you. And the elementals, like every day, I'm like, I feel them with me. Like I know they're trying to give me messages, and I'm not like receiving them all. So thank you so much.
Yeah. I almost feel there's a need to get some like beeswax candles, and create maybe a little altar with a beeswax candle, a stone, some a bowl of water, some salt. There's really this need to have all the elements in your space and around you, possibly a little medicine bag with some of the elementals in it, so that you can carry that with you. And then again, as you continue to connect with those elemental beings more and more, that knowing of what you're going to be serving people with, and very clearly, is going to come through that much better. But again, it's got to start here. It's got to start here, because you're trying to serve and monetize on something that you need to fully integrate first. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Lexi is asking how to find the Zoom. Let me see. Lexi, if you're in the Magical Mothering Facebook group, you can go into the Magical Mothering Facebook group, and the Zoom link is there. Just open up Magical Mothering Facebook group. If you're in that group, the link is right there. If you're not in that group, you can go to Stephanie Matthews Magical Mentor. So at Stephanie Matthews Magical Mentor, and that's my Facebook page, and the link for the Zoom is there. So hopefully you're able to find it. All right. Okay. Let's see if anybody else would like to join in the Zoom to get a clear message for themselves. Again, I just shared how to get into that Zoom link. All right. So does anybody else have anything that came through while any of these other aspects were going on? Did anybody get any dings? Or Diana? Yeah. All right. Go ahead, love.
I want to know, what should I do? I know taking time off and getting paid for what I do, but what can I do for myself? Like, should I make an altar? Should I, what can I do to replenish? What would be the right way for me to replenish?
It's time for you to get cold. Okay. So I literally see you barefoot, like in the snow, like getting outside in the uncomfortability of it, and like moving, dancing, moving outside and doing like your auric dancing, or you're like literally doing that every day outside, no matter the weather, like in the rain, in the snow, in the ice. Like I almost feel this aspect, like it's really time to get uncomfortable.
Okay.
And then literally being able to jump into a bath or a hot shower right after that. But really, like, I'm really seeing that the body is needing to get more uncomfortable. So either walking or being in those elements. Again, that element of cold, of ice, of water. You are such a water being, but I feel like the other spectrum of that, it's always hot bath, hot water. The cold is really the aspect that needs to go along with that now.
Thank you.
Yeah. And again, that movement outside is going to allow for your body to receive pleasure and warmth while you're in this uncomfortable atmosphere that there's like a big fear. I feel like there's a big like block of ice that you have to literally walk through in order to like step outside. And yet this is how you recharge. This is how you get your energy. So not allowing for the clouds, the gray, the gloom, the rain, the ice, the snow. It's like this impending block of ice that is like getting put right in front of your pathway right now. And I really feel like you need to, it's like almost like sitting on top of that block of ice. You know, like it's that uncomfortable. You're just gonna,
Don't like cold.
Okay, there you have it. It's time to move through that. That's really holding you back.
Okay.
Not connecting with nature all the time. Linda cannot connect with Zoom. Okay, that's okay. Linda, do you have a general message, or would you like something specific? And hello, Erin. I don't know if my phone is kind of going in and out, so hopefully, let me know, Linda. Okay. So Linda, if you're still there, I just keep hearing, I love you, Mom. I love you, Mom. I love you, Mom. I love you, Mom. There's this, hello, Monica. That just came through really quickly, and it's been kind of ever since Dustin's kind of just here, allowing for you to just be held in space. Okay, yeah. So Dustin's here. I don't necessarily hear him have a specific message except for I love you, Mom. I love you, Mom. I love you, Mom. I love you, Mom. There's this aspect of there's this aspect of holding space, but it's not holding space any longer. It's becoming very heavy. There's this aspect of this almost like you know, the guy who keeps pushing the stone up the mountain, and no matter how far he gets, it's always rolling back on him. There's this aspect of holding so much space, and it's now not space. It's almost turned into like a solid form, a rock, a heaviness, and there's this weighing down. It's so heavy, and there's a lightness that needs to happen. There's a shift, and if you give me permission, I would love to just kind of lighten this load for you and literally elevate this load. But I need your permission, Linda. So just a simple yes, if that's okay with you to shift this. Okay. So as this really this weight, I almost want to just like scoop it up, because it's literally weighing down. It's starting to have physical aspects to you. It's starting to have mental aspects for you. There's a heaviness of almost not wanting to go forward. There's a heaviness of really this stagnation of am I done? Am I over this? Can I keep going? Can I be here tomorrow? There's this weight, and I really need you to just acknowledge that this weight is there. And this is not by accident. This has been put there subconsciously in a way to make you unable to fulfill your purpose, because there's so much guilt around the fact that you still get to live your purpose, and you are here to live your purpose. You are here. You're still here. You're still here. And I almost need to like yell that you're still here. You're still here. You're here. You're here. You're here on this physical earth. You're here in a physical body. You're here right now because there's so much that you are supposed to be doing, and the choices that are being made are to be stuck. The choices are to be made is to give into this heaviness, and this heaviness is now being gathered up. This heaviness is now starting to be moved around. This heaviness is now lifting. This heaviness is now energetically starting to go into a ball of light. This light, your essence, has been trapped inside of this stagnation inside of you with the choices that have been made. And I really want to call on you and to urge you to make a choice to move into the light, to be light, because you are that. You are a light to those around you, and they're looking at you saying, where's your light? Why aren't you shining? Where'd you go? I need you. Please, please, please don't leave me. And your physical body is starting to get ailments and symptoms more so than ever this year. And I really need you to literally take your hands and to start moving that stagnation, moving all of that stagnation around, really, really like pushing it away. And if we need to do this together, please, let's set that up to do that. I'm getting a lot of like even sinus stuff. Like there's a lot of stagnation that needs to be moved out of your system. Okay, there's a shift that just happened. And right now, tonight, as you're gonna light a candle for Dustin, as you're going to see that the veil is very thin, he is your biggest cheerleader right now. He has been like, Mom, don't give up. What are you doing? Don't do this. Don't. You're not ready. The other side is not ready for you. There is nothing there for you that is not right here. It's right here, right now. There is such a huge gift. There's a huge gift waiting for you if you will be available to witnessing it. There's a huge, it's overwhelming. There's like this, there's right here, right in front of you, literally tonight, tomorrow. It's like right now, the veil is so open that if you are willing to have the eyes to see, you are going to get a miraculous visualization and healing at the same time. I really, really, really almost like, there's a lot of doubt, there's a lot of guilt, there's a lot of shame, there's a lot of these very heavy, thick, clouded, gray, foggy emotions that are keeping your eyes from getting clarity. And I really need to wipe all of that away. And I need you to see that literally right in front of you is the most amazing, miraculous thing that you could have ever not believed in your whole life. Like there's such a belief system around what is happening right now. And I need you to see with clarity and with absolute knowing that you have what you want right in front of you. And that's what came through. All right. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate the little nudges of resonance that this was resonating with you. Dustin's right there with you. I really see him. He left me to go with you. Like he's right there all the time. And he's really trying to encourage you. And especially when you happen to find like that picture of him or that aspect of him or smell like, oh, that t-shirt, or there's things, and they're all clues. He's really trying to like give you clues as to what it is that you're supposed to be doing, what it is that your purpose is, what it is that you're, what it is that you are meant to be doing while you're still in this physical body. I'm ready to break through. It's hard, but we'll work on it tonight. I feel something amazing coming if I can let it. Yes. So true. So true. And please, Linda, message me after tonight and let me know what it is that came through and what it is that you saw, because I'm excited myself. I can see it in my mind's eye, but I really want to make sure that I don't put any implants into your own mind's eye, and I want to see what happens. So yeah. And then Linda, I really feel like it's time to come together, you and I, to really create space for your life work to come through you. So thank you. Thank you. Yes, signs all the time. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, perfect. All right. So Lexi, I'm not sure if you're still on here, but if you would like a reading, and hello, Monica, I'm hoping you're still on here as well. If you'd like a general message, if you'd like anything and you're not able to get into the Zoom because of anything that's happening there, if you would be willing, I love you. Yes, thank you, Linda. I really appreciate you letting me go into that space for you. And I know it's hard. I know it's hard. So I appreciate you being willing and open to receive that. All right, so if there's anybody in the Facebook, general works. Okay, Monica. All right. Oh, honey. There's this energetic aspect of really like, there's so much happening. There's so much going on. There's so much that is in the works, and it's all so exciting. And yet at the same time, it's very overwhelming. So for you, Monica, there is this sense of absolute overwhelm happening. And I want you to flip that around to excitement, to this being on the precipice of the most amazing journey of your life. And there is one thing, there's one thing. Letting go. It's time to just let go. The rhythm is beautiful. Stay with the rhythm. The goals are perfect. Stay with your goals. But inspiration is lacking because of this inability to let go. Just let go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let go of this vision of hard fastness. Let go of exactly the way it's supposed to look, say, sound. Let that go. Stay in the moment. Stay with the vision. Stay with the rhythm. As you're coming into this now autumn or winter rhythm, as you're coming into this winter rhythm, get outside with the boys. Get outside. Run, run, run. Move that energy through you. As you're going through the day, begin to move your body into expression and literally just start letting go of that nervous energy that starts building up in your throat. And then let it go. Let it go. Move around. Create space. Really start energetically getting things moving and going within your body and your energy, and everything will start catching up to it. There's this aspect of inspiration, and you are so inspired by what inspires you. And then your little girl within you steps in, and you feel about this big. And when that happens, all inspiration is then hidden by this aspect of being seen. And so it's time to give this little girl a place. She is to run, to get moving, to really start integrating this movement, because the cold is coming and the movement is so necessary. We can't have any more stagnation this year, because you're going to be moving into so many new and exciting ventures that it needs to all be working and moving through you. And this little girl needs to be that one, the little one within needs to be the one that's moving through you. And then this peace, this higher self, this knowing is going to literally flood over you. And you're going to get such clear signals, just as clearly as when you arrived in your current setting. And you're going to get such clear signals, and you're going to have such knowing and such a love, and you're going to know without a shadow of a doubt exactly the steps to take. Okay. Hopefully that went through. I saw. All right. Good tears over here. Okay, good. All right. Yeah. So again, that message of literally letting that fear or that little one that kind of creeps up within you, giving them a role. And that way you can really step into that higher self, that knowing, that alignment that is happening. Of course, of course, of course. You're very welcome. All right. So I don't see anybody else asking in the Facebook. And does anybody else have anything that came up or that they could use that came up that is in the Zoom right now? Or does everybody feel good? Is that a hand?
I got a hand.
Okay. Yes, yes, yes.
I just have one little piece of, like, me and my son, we're like going head to head, and I'm wondering if you have any advice for that.
Yeah, so when you're working with your son, you're exactly the same age as him when you're working with him. So he's triggering within you all the unmet needs and feelings from that age. So literally every year that he's getting older, you're going through and working with him as an equal rather than as your higher self, as your magical mother, as the mother. And so really allowing for you to recognize when that little one gets triggered within, to go in, identify the feelings that are within you, and then go above, rise above,
Got it.
connect to source. Because a lot of times you're empathically getting the same exact feelings within that he is. And so when you're resonating with him, you might even identify, are you feeling this way? Because you're feeling it so strongly.
Yes.
Okay. And then again, going into source.
Thank
And
you.
if you just have to stop, like, and all right, spirit, speak through me because I'm incapable of it right now.
Yes.
Or higher self. In the Magical Mothering Method video this week, I talked a lot about higher self automatic writing or higher self communication. So you can check out that video, but that is exactly communicating directly through your higher self versus, and acknowledging, because that little one does need acknowledgement and to be listened to so that you can really hear him.
Thank you so much.
Yes, of course, of course. All right, Monica says, you sounded just like my Nana. Oh, I love it. I love it. Yay. That's always so exciting when they come through and give the perfect messages, right? All right. If anybody else has anything that they would like to share or say, you can unmute yourselves. And then otherwise, I think we're just about finished up here. All right. Well, thank you all for joining on this spooktacular aspect. And yes, love you. Goodbye. I'm so grateful for you. And thanks for being here. Thanks for having this space and time. This was so fun. And I have a feeling these will happen more often, as it seemed like they really resonated and created some space for people. So yeah, I will see you all soon. Have a happy, happy, happy Halloween. Happy Samhain. Happy All Hallows Eve. Happy day of space between the spiritual and the physical. Know that whatever happens today is going to be perfectly in alignment, and allow for those miracles and that seeing, like I was talking about, to happen today, and allow for that space for disbelief to be believed. All right. I love you, and I will talk to you soon. Goodbye. Goodbye.